Okay, and then on Ambrosino page 67, they talk about empowerment and a definition here of empowerment. And reading through this reminds me of information or a movie that I'm hoping we'll get to see this semester. I'm working with the librarian on making these available inside your course, the WebCT. But there are a couple of movies that empowering relates to, and one is Poverty Outlaw, and another one is I'm blanking on it. The Dudley Street movie. There's a movie about that period of restoring the Dudley Street neighborhood. So it reminds me, empowerment reminds me of those two movies that I'm hoping that we'll be able to look at this semester. And so you can read a little bit more about that. And then on page 68, under Social and Economic Justice, they talk about what this is, and the importance of this is that social and economic justice is a major underpinning philosophy or tenet of social work, and it's one of the major things that differentiates social work from other helping professions. So it's really important to understand that and to know if that is an important component of it for you. Does that sort of fit your idea or perspective or thinking about the world, that you really are a proponent of social justice? And it's one of the major reasons why I got involved in social work, because I really do believe in the idea of social justice and egalitarianism and encouraging and educating people to see that all beings have value. So a little bit about that. On page 69, the second part near the bottom of the first column, they talk about a different way of looking at stages of working with people, and this number 1, 2, and 3, contact or engagement, contract, and action. This is very similar to the cognitive behavioral perspective or theory, this way of looking at it, and they call it a problem-solving approach, which is similar to cognitive behaviorism. And then on the second column of page 69, they ask some really important questions that I believe I asked you as one question you could choose in week 3. That social workers, these questions are kind of like things you can be asking yourself as you were working with a client and trying to figure out with them where the best place of intervention is, and to see what systems are affecting which systems. And they mention at the bottom of page 69, a large part of general social work practice is often directed towards working with systems to strengthen their connections to each other. And some of you addressed that in week 2 in your answers and talked about how you did do that, especially with some of the welfare issues. So those are some of the highlights and important pieces that I wanted to kind of review with you and have you look at and consider, and some clarification on a few things. So I hope you found that helpful. Sorry these are in 4 parts. I'm still trying to learn how to make videos, and right now this is the best way, fastest way, easiest way. After all my hours and hours of doing it, this has been the way that I found right now, but I'm hoping to combine them all into one video at some point. But anyway, let me know what you think, and if these have been helpful, and if there's anything else you'd like me to include or talk about in my future videos. Aloha! Look forward to your week 3 answers.